In Spain, trawling is an important part of the fisheries sector. This method uses large vessels to drag a net along the seabed to harvest mackerel and other marine species. Trawling. Bottom trawling is a fishing gear that is dragged along the seabed by vessels harvesting bottom-dwelling fish. This method allows large quantities of fish to be caught in a short period of time. But it is also controversial in terms of its impact on the marine environment. Environmental impacts. The use of bottom trawling can cause harm to marine ecosystems, including habitat destruction. Trawling can damage the seabed structure, affecting coral reefs and benthic ecosystems. Depletion of fishery resources. Overfishing can lead to a decline in mackerel and other species populations. Bycatch of unwanted species. Trawling is not selective, and can catch non-target species, causing waste and affecting biodiversity. Management and regulation. To minimize negative impacts, Spain and the European Union have adopted management measures such as capture quotas, regulations on the maximum amount of mackerel that can be caught in a given period, no fishing zones, establishing marine conservation areas, prohibiting or restricting trawling to protect the ecosystem, no fishing periods, applying no fishing seasons to protect the mackerel spawning period. Towards sustainability, the Spanish fishing industry is working to transition to more sustainable fishing methods, such as using selective fishing gear, minimizing bycatch and protecting mackerel habitats. Compliance with international regulations and cooperation with marine conservation organizations also play an important role in maintaining fishery resources for future generations. Overview of the mackerel fishing industry in Spain. Spain is one of the leading countries in Europe in terms of fishery production. Mackerel, with its high nutritional value and high consumer demand, has always been one of the main targets of the fisheries industry here. The northwest coast, Galicia, and the Mediterranean are the areas where mackerel fishing is concentrated. Large trawlers are equipped with GPS and sonar to detect schools of fish. Trawl nets are usually long and wide, designed to harvest efficiently while still trying to minimize bycatch. Fishing operations. The boats drop the nets to the seabed or mid-sea layer, depending on the mackerel species targeted. During each campaign, the vessels work in teams, ensuring that the fishing area is covered effectively and duplication is minimized. On-board processing. The mackerel is brought on board and immediately pre-processed, including cleaning, ice storage or quick freezing to ensure product quality. The number of fishing vessels is increasing, leading to great fishing pressure on mackerel resources. Rising sea temperatures are changing mackerel populations, affecting production and fishing locations. Spain must comply with EU regulations on fishing quotas, protecting the marine environment and minimizing negative impacts. Modern technology in large trawls to minimize environmental impacts and improve efficiency. The Spanish fishing industry has applied, equipping sensors and cameras to monitor net conditions and limit catching bycatch. Automated vessels. Using automatic control systems to optimize fishing routes and save fuel. Connecting data to management agencies to closely monitor fishing activities. Being an active member of organizations such as the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO, and the International Commission for the Conservation of Marine Resources. Investing in environmentally friendly fishing methods. Supporting training and funding to help fishermen transition to sustainable practices. The role of mackerel in the Spanish economy and culture. Mackerel is not only a major source of income for fishermen but also a part of traditional Spanish cuisine, with many specialties such as smoked mackerel, grilled mackerel Galician style, or salted mackerel from the Mediterranean. The large-scale mackerel trawling campaign is a testament to the combination of tradition and modern technology, but still requires efforts to balance efficient fishing and environmental protection. The mackerel trawling method is a popular and effective technique in the fisheries industry. The process is carried out in the following steps. Trawl nets are usually designed to be long, wide and sturdy, suitable for the size and biological characteristics of mackerel. Bottom trawling, used to catch mackerel living on the bottom. Midwater trawling, used to catch mackerel living in the middle water layer. Fishing vessels are equipped with modern equipment. Sonar and radar systems help locate schools of fish. Automatic trawling system ensures effective trawling without causing damage to the vessel. Mackerel often appear seasonally, so fishermen need to choose the right time. Fishing locations are often deep waters, near the coast or reefs, where mackerel often gather to feed. The net is spread out, attached to two boards called otter boards to keep the net open. The trawl is released from the stern of the vessel. The vessel moves at a slow speed to ensure that the trawl does not get tangled and spreads evenly. The vessel moves along a predetermined route, pulling the net with the fish. The sonar system tracks the fish's movements, helping to adjust the depth of the net. The time it takes to pull the net depends on the density of fish in the area. Once the net is full, the vessel stops moving and begins to collect the net using an automatic puller. The fish are collected in a net bag at the end of the trawl, cod end, then brought to the deck. Sorting, the mackerel is separated from unwanted species. Preservation, the mackerel is cleaned, preserved with ice or quick frozen, IQF, to maintain its freshness. Some modern vessels have onboard processing systems, packaged ready for export. Benefits: harvest large volumes in a short time. Suitable for industrial scale fishing. Challenges: environmental impacts. Trawls can destroy seabed habitats. Bycatch: this method is not selective, leading to the capture of unwanted species. Fishing control: risk of overfishing without strict regulations. Use smart nets with escape hatches for small fish and sea turtles. Apply modern positioning technology to optimize trawl routes and minimize impact on the seabed. Comply with strict regulations on quotas and fishing time. The trawl method is one of the most effective ways to catch mackerel. However, management and technological improvement are needed to ensure the sustainability of fishery resources and protect marine ecosystems. The trawl is composed of the following main parts. The first part is widened to lead the fish in. The mouth of the net is fixed by two net door boards that keep the net open during the pulling process. The longest part of the net, which is used to lead the fish into the net bag. The body of the net is designed with increasingly large meshes to remove smaller species. The end of the net, where the fish are gathered. The net bag usually has a small mesh size to retain the fish. Attached to the net to measure depth and monitor net condition in real time. Fish finder uses sonar to detect schools of fish, helping to orient the trawl more effectively. Hydraulic towing system supports quick and safe net retrieval. Uses hydrographic data and fish migration information to identify potential fishing areas. The vessel is programmed to move in straight or arc lines, covering the entire fish area. The net is adjusted to pull at the appropriate water level, mid or bottom, depending on the behavior of the mackerel in each season. Mackerel, Scoma scombris, has special biological characteristics. Mackerel move in large schools and change location seasonally to search for food or spawn. Fast swimming speed. This requires a powerful engine and a suitable net design for effective capture. Fishing mackerel outside the spawning season helps maintain the population. The number of tuna caught each year is controlled to avoid overfishing. Tracking the location of trawlers to ensure fishing within licensed areas. Regulating minimum mesh sizes to protect juveniles and other species. Selective net design. Improved nets to minimize bycatch of unwanted species. Areas are rotated for fishing and conservation to maintain long-term fishery resources. Spain participates in organizations such as ICES, Scientific Committee for Marine Research, to share data and coordinate the management of fish stocks in international waters. Applying automation systems and artificial intelligence, AI, to monitor and optimize fishing processes. Developing vessels using clean fuel to reduce emissions. Training fishermen on environmental regulations and sustainable fishing techniques. Providing financial support to encourage the use of environmentally friendly fishing gear. Developing modern processing facilities, ensuring high-quality products and added value. Contributing greatly to the seafood export industry, bringing in large revenues for fishermen and the government. Creating jobs for thousands of fishermen and workers in the supply chain. Meeting the domestic and international demand for mackerel, especially in European countries. The trawling method of catching mackerel is an important part of the Spanish seafood industry. However, to maintain this resource, a combination of technology, management policies and environmental awareness from the fishing community is needed. The fisheries sector, especially mackerel fishing, accounts for a significant proportion of Spain's GDP. Mackerel exports to European countries, Asia and the United States bring in a large amount of foreign exchange. The trawling method requires a lot of labor, from fishermen, technicians on board, to processing and packaging staff at factories. Thousands of local people in the coastal areas of Spain depend on this industry. Stimulate related industries such as shipbuilding, fishing net manufacturing, cold storage systems, and transport logistics services. Mackerel is a species with high economic value and is often overfished, threatening natural populations. Strict quota management remains a major challenge for the Spanish government and the EU. Trawling can damage coral reefs, seagrass beds, and other important habitats. Many non-target species, bycatch, such as sea turtles, small whales, and sharks, are at risk of being caught in the nets. Rising sea temperatures are changing the habitat of mackerel, causing them to migrate to colder, less accessible waters. Other countries in the Mediterranean and Atlantic regions are also competing for mackerel. Increasing pressure on the resource. Use satellite and sensor technology to monitor fishing activities. Provide fishing licenses to vessels that strictly comply with environmental regulations. Design trawls with selective mesh sizes to reduce the bycatch of small or non-target species. Develop environmentally friendly trawls to minimize impacts on the seabed. Establish marine protected areas to protect natural habitats and maintain fisheries. Implement fishing bans during the mackerel spawning season. Participate in international agreements to manage and conserve mackerel stocks in international waters. Share data and experience with neighboring countries to ensure efficient and sustainable fishing. Invest in automation systems, artificial intelligence, and big data analytics to predict fish school locations and optimize fishing operations. Develop clean energy vessels, such as electric or natural gas-powered vessels, to reduce emissions. Maximize the use of mackerel byproducts such as fish oil and fish meal to produce animal feed and pharmaceuticals. Adopt zero-waste processing methods, such as canned mackerel, smoked mackerel, and other value-added products. Raise awareness of marine resource protection among fishing communities and consumers. Encourage sustainable consumption through certifications such as the Marine Stewardship Council, MSC. Meet strict quality and sustainability standards to expand export markets, especially to Asia and North America. Promote Spanish mackerel as a high-quality product with responsible fishing methods. The trawling method of catching mackerel in Spain is not only important economically but also a cultural and traditional symbol of the coastal people. However, for this fishery to develop sustainably, there needs to be a balance between efficient exploitation and the protection of natural resources. With technological improvements and strict regulations, Spain is moving towards a sustainable, environmentally friendly fishery industry and continues to affirm its leading position in this field. Research on mackerel populations. Monitor annual mackerel numbers, migration patterns and spawning seasons to establish reasonable fishing quotas. Habitat analysis. Study the impact of climate change and human activities on marine ecology. Establishment of fishermen's associations. Fishermen work together to share experiences and apply advanced technologies in fishing. Dialogue with the government. Fishing policies are built on the opinions of fishermen and environmental experts. Selective fishing. Apply modern tools to detect and catch mackerel without affecting other species. Aquaculture. Developing mackerel farms to reduce pressure on wild fish stocks. Vessel tracking system, using satellite technology to monitor the location and activities of fishing vessels and ensure compliance with licensed areas. Production monitoring, installing an automatic production recording system on vessels to track and control catch quotas. Using IQF technology to preserve the taste and quality of the fish. Value-added products, developing products such as canned mackerel, smoked mackerel, and fish oil to increase economic value. Achieving sustainability certification to enhance the value and reputation of the product in the international market. Product promotion, developing a campaign to promote Spanish mackerel as a high-quality, environmentally friendly product. Increasing mackerel exports to Japan, Korea, and China, countries that consume a lot of seafood. Promote the sale of mackerel through online platforms, helping fishermen reach global consumers directly. Fishermen are encouraged to participate in conservation activities, such as collecting marine litter and reporting on declining fish stocks. Regular training programs on sustainable fishing are organized, helping fishermen understand the importance of protecting marine ecosystems. NGOs support Spanish fishermen in accessing new technologies and applying environmentally friendly fishing methods. Research on the impact of trawling on marine ecosystems, thereby proposing technical improvements. Develop real-time marine ecological monitoring technology for more effective resource management. Raise public awareness about sustainable consumption. Develop educational programs for children on the importance of protecting the ocean. Trawling mackerel is an integral part of the Spanish fisheries sector, providing significant economic benefits and a major source of income for many coastal communities. However, sustainable development requires a combination of modern technology, strict management policies and a sense of resource protection among fishermen. The future of the sector depends on the ability to strike a balance between efficient fishing and conservation of the marine environment, ensuring that mackerel resources are not only available to the current generation but also protected for future generations. Spain is on the right track with its sustainability initiatives and has the potential to become a model for global fisheries management. Strengthening regulations, continue to improve marine resource management policies, including catch quotas, conservation areas, and fishing bans. Financial support, invest in scientific research and support fishermen to upgrade modern, environmentally friendly equipment. Strengthen international cooperation, sign international agreements on protecting aquatic resources and share experiences in sustainable management. Apply sustainable methods, use modern equipment to minimize environmental impacts. Comply with fishing regulations, actively participate in conservation, work together to establish marine environmental protection groups, such as collecting waste, protecting coral reefs and important marine habitats. Learn and innovate, participate in training courses on technology and marine resource management to improve fishing efficiency. Choose sustainable products, buy MSC certified mackerel or reputable brands on sustainable fishing. Raising awareness, participate in ocean conservation campaigns, support environmental organizations, and support sustainable seafood products. Spain has demonstrated that the seafood industry is not only a source of income but also an important part of maintaining marine ecosystems. Balancing exploitation and conservation is key to ensuring long-term fishery resources. Modern technology has changed the way the seafood industry operates. From tracking fish schools to preserving products after catching, these innovations not only improve efficiency but also reduce negative impacts on the environment. Collaboration is the key to success. Success in managing the tuna fishery requires cooperation between governments, fishermen, the scientific community, and consumers. Global initiatives and regional cooperation have made great strides in protecting marine resources. Spain aims to be a pioneer in sustainable fishing, not only to meet consumer demand but also to protect resources for future generations. Spanish mackerel will continue to be a high